Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here. Now I'm going to be showcasing another American premium aircraft, and this time it is the A6M2 Ryson, or the Type Zero carrier fighter. Now, the Type Zero carrier fighter is, where you get the Zero nickname, which the Allies often called it that, although the official name was Zeke. It is Mitsubishi A6M2 carrier-based aircraft, and I believe this bad boy participated in Pearl Harbor. I'm not sure if this exact model, but I think this is based off the Type Zero Model 21. Not for sure there. But anyway, before we get into this, I want to show you two comments which I thought were pretty funny. And this was from the XP55 video. Now, Harrison Serra, I believe it's French, I probably muddled the pronunciation, was talking about how, I guess I must have slipped up and said the aircraft enjoys a 360% boost to economy, and he commented it's probably the player. And then there's Doxfire, who, I think I coined a new phrase, and don't get caught with your flaps down as a result of me just getting a really sneaky kill. On this poor BF-109 trying to land, and I just snuck up on him as he was trying to land, had his landing flaps down, took him down. And Doxfire commented on how he cannot count the amount of times he's been caught with his flaps down. But anyway, if that's happened to you, it's pretty funny. You hear the click, you see their flaps down, and you just get that kill on a poor, defenseless target. The guilty pleasures of War Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I am a huge fan of this aircraft. It is so maneuverable, and if you're an American player, this plane really gives you depth to your lineup. It's tier 7, and it's just so maneuverable. It's just so effortless sometimes. Now, it does have its drawbacks, one of which is it does not perform well at high speeds, and it cannot. It's a modest climber, and it can't go very fast. But good lord, can this thing maneuver. But I think my biggest, or the thing I dislike the most about this aircraft is actually how its armament is laid out. It has two 7.7mm machine guns, both of which are in the engine cowling, so they fire through the propeller. So they're synchronized so they don't hit the propeller, so they fire a little slower. And you can hear that pitter-patter right now. By the way, I suck with stealth ammunition. I'm no Fly Daily. I definitely need to work on that. Check out that collision right there. That guy survived, right? Crazy. So it has the two 7.7mm machine guns firing through the propeller. They have 1,000 rounds or 500 rounds per gun. And they're slow, and since they're 7.7mm, they don't have a lot of hitting power. So at higher tiers, they're almost worthless. In my opinion. You have to drop almost your full, just all of those rounds into a plane if you're going to take them down. You really have to rely on your two 20mm cannons. But there are two problems that I see with the 20mm cannons. The first of which is you're limited in how much ammunition you have. Now, this isn't all too uncommon. A lot of aircraft experience this, like the BF-109E3, to name one. And hey, every now and then you get a shoot down at LA-5FN. Rather satisfactory. Another weakness, real quick, before I get onto the ammunition. You don't want to go heads up with anyone, much less a Yak-9T. I thought, oh, well, I'm maneuverable. I'll be able to get out of the way after I fire off some shots. Nope. Not going to happen. Not my day. But getting back to what really just, it doesn't feel optimized to me. The two 20mm cannons are both in the wings. So as you're maneuvering and your ailerons are going, and like if they were in the nose and the 7.7s were in the wings, that would just be ideal. But it feels like you have limited ammunition, and it's going to be difficult to it's more difficult than if the 20s were in the nose to land both of them on target. It's hard enough as it is to hit targets in historical. But you're going to get to see just how effortless the maneuvering is as I kind of drop on a target coming up. But if you could switch that, the 20s in the nose and the 7s in the wings, or better yet, get 12.7s in the wings, this thing would have a lot of hitting power. But as a result, you have to be very accurate, so it's difficult to get multiple kills without having to return to base and reload on ammunition. But man, it's just kind of frustrating because you're gonna, with only 60 rounds per gun in your 20mm cannon, you're gonna run out relatively quickly, even if you are able to down planes relatively accurately. So you're left with those 7.7mm machine guns, which for the most part, they're just tough. You'll even see me take on a German P-47 a little later, and that's kind of really where you see the downside of having such small caliber machine gun rounds. But the true strength of this aircraft is the maneuverability. You have to rely on that. That's what's going to keep you alive. You can't take a lot of shots with this aircraft. This thing, as with most Japanese fighters, the trade-off for having that superior maneuverability is you're weaker. And unfortunately, the firepower isn't all that superior. But you see right that, like I was probably only landing 1 or 2 20mm as a result of them being on the wings. If they were on the nose, I probably would have taken this BF-109 out. But you know, it's taken me time to bring him down. I'm whittling away at him, doing my best, and then someone finishes him off and I'm left with the assist. So that is the armament deficiency, in my personal opinion. It's just not optimized. It is still a more than capable aircraft. So the real reason to purchase this, if you're an American, is you want depth to your lineup. You have a lot of pretty good aircraft, but nothing this maneuverable. So if you just kind of want to just enjoy flying around effortlessly, maneuvering effortlessly, or if you're new to historical battles and the maneuvering in some of your heavier, beefy, American aircraft, this thing is a joy to fly. It's turn fighter's dream. So here is Mr. P-47. Now, if he would have gone heads up with me, he would have chewed me up. And American aircraft later in the war could go heads up with Japanese aircraft. They would, and just like take the beating and deliver it out, because the Japanese aircraft could not deal with it. Very, very fragile turn fighters. Look up the turkey shoot. Another cool historical tidbit is that this aircraft was used once it became outdated and outclassed by American aircraft in the Pacific. They used it as a kamikaze aircraft to attack Allied shipping when things got desperate. Also, it says that this aircraft could carry 2 bombs. I'm not sure if it's the A6M2 Type 0 Model 21 or what. These 7.7mm machine guns are just pitiful. I mean, especially on something beefy like this Thunderbolt. I literally have to babysit this guy into the ground. Yeah. But hey, that's what it's just the trade-off. And I know I've said it, but I just need to really emphasize that point. But a lot of fun to fly, but it's hard to get multiple kills, but it gives the Allied lineup some true depth. The economy is nice, 360% boost to Silver Lions in historical battle. And then there's 100% boost to experience points, just with all premium aircraft. So that is well and good. Now, ending comments. The Pasuka, original name right there, very, very original. He commented he wants to see the Dornier Do 335. I want it too. I feel like it is a must to have in this game. A number of them were produced into, look at that maneuverability. Oh, just effortless. That was effortless. We're going to have to see the Dornier Do 335. A push-pull. That thing was fast. It's awesome. And the Germans wanted it. Unlike the XP-55, it was actually produced and actually used, although it was a little later in the war. And then Full Games seems to have the top request on squad gameplay with the ME 410s rocking 50mm cannons. So find NTAC Find Fly. Go to their videos. Tell them Baron sent you, and we gotta play this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Baron, and I'm out.
Here we
It
go.
says you're point 12.
Coming in hot.
Coming hot. Switching to gun view.
He's out of my fire arc.
He's always going for me, man. Don't have to see of anything. Don't ram me either, you dummy.
Oh, yeah! Take a seat, son. Take a seat. I landed literally 2 shots on that thing, and he's dead.
I lit him up, man. I lit him up.
Nice, guys.